All right, we're back. So what should we learn? Okay, what should we learn from the KEKE Palmer's saga? Okay, the 7 reasons why you don't want to be KEKE, ladies. Let's talk about this, babe.
Let us know.
What y'all think?
What are your 7 reasons? Because to be honest with you, this KEKE saga.
So I'll give you hints. Then I want you to
give me hints. Yeah.
I'll give you hints, and I want you to basically take it from there. Let me pull up this thing really quickly so we can have something to show while we're talking about it.
Jesus. Yeah, this red lights.
Red lights, yes. So,
Is she free to go? Go where?
is she free to go? So we talked about KEKE over the past few days. KEKE Palmer. Somebody, my brother said KEKE. My brother said KEKE. Somebody said KEKE. So kind of pronunciation. Anyway, KEKE Palmer. Yeah. So we've talked about, and most of it we spoke about this guy's insecurity and all that. You know, we talked about. It's obviously insecurity is clearly they had issues before that event. We talked, and we've dragged.
You've dragged the guy.
Dragged men.
Wow.
Woto. They don't collect on this matter. Even APC Bishop Ekene collects more on this matter. One more time.
Sorry.
All right. So I was like, you know what? I asked Tima, Mbasi, you know they're here today. Maybe she's behind the scenes listening. We were having the conversation. I said, what should women learn from this? Huh? Mbasi.
You should drag man.
Oh, beauty.
I said, what should women love? Yes, she was like KEKE. And I think we're able to extract something. I was like, we need to do a little bit more to this. You know, we need to do a little bit more justice to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from a standpoint of we're going to take it from let me see if I have it here. Where do I have it? Somewhere here. We're going to take it from our core pillars here. Our core pillars, we'll talk about relationship from a power standpoint: power, self, social, emotional, intelligence, seduction, attraction. We're going to take it from that angle, okay? Because there's, no matter what happens, you might have been a victim in a romantic situation that went completely left. There's always something you can learn from that. No matter what happens, no matter what side you fall on in this respect. And KEKE, you know, KEKE should not be completely exonerated. And that's what I meant by, is she free to go? Nah.
What think KEKE do?
You know, yeah. So, she had her cheeks out like that to the world.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture.
And she has a man at home.
Does she?
She did.
Wait,
At least she's a
married?
public figure. She hasn't announced to the world that
Are they married?
They're together. We know they're together. And they have a child together, right? And when a man moves that way, that he doesn't like that, it won't be the first time he's showing some level of jealousy. We also agreed here over the past few days that jealousy is not necessarily a bad thing. It's when you can't control yourself or you're completely unaware that you're a jealous person and it's creating all of this bad, toxic arguments and stuff. That's when it becomes bad. But naturally, as a human being, if you care about your partner, they might make certain moves. And you know, so let's say for example, somebody comes to me and does like this and try to help me clean stuff.
In fact, don't take me there with some red nails. How
or somebody
dare you?
somebody family robot to me.
How we all know what that means. You do not touch. You do not
Jesus.
touch.
Oh Lord.
Don't touch. Okay. That's seductive. You don't touch, rub on your elbow.
I wasn't seduced. I was gonna get right back to you. I wasn't seduced. So you're saying?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so you get the gist. So jealousy. Now ain't they worry you? But anyway, so it's jealousy. We can claim that's jealousy, right? But it's understandable. You're drawing lines in your territory. You don't want anybody to cross those lines, right? Somebody might turn around and say you're insecure. Well, if you tend to do that quite often, everything, like somebody cannot talk to your man. And you're just grumpy.
You can
In fact,
talk.
you throw plates all over the place because somebody's having a conversation with your husband.
You can talk, but you're not. This is not talking, sir. This is not talking.
Okay, Mutubo,
Okay.
you're still stuck on that.
Those
one.
are moves.
She's still stuck in that
Those are
one.
power
That
moves.
example did not flow well. It didn't work well with
You
you.
didn't work with this conversation.
All right. Okay.
All right.
But if you're that girl that you tend to, every time I'm having a conversation with a person, I'm having a fun. I said fun. Somebody said, you said fun, Lola? No, not fun. If I'm having
Okay,
a conversation
you out here throwing
with
yourself under
a
the
young
bus.
lady, a fine looking young lady, you're a fine woman, but she's fine, right? Your opinion is that she's fine. If she's not fine, don't worry. In your opinion, if she's not a fine person, you're not really worried, right? In your opinion, if maybe not even fine look wise, maybe something about her just spelled to you like this one, you have to watch for this one, right? They didn't touch me, nothing. They're having a conversation with me, right? I would just say, "Whoa, wow!" On the other hand, what's going on?
See, this
Would you
scenario-
consider that jealousy, or
Look.
at that point, is that crossing the line? Where does it cross the line from jealousy to insecurity?
So these scenarios that you're given, those scenarios are not.
You don't like them.
They don't just happen, okay? Except if somebody has been moving mad. Can I say that again?
Are you trying to say there's
People-
no extreme jealousy people, jealous people out there
Well,
that would just
well,
move
but
mad
those
because
extreme-
somebody is in their territory?
That extreme jealousy
Uh-huh.
people, they are also that way because of some experiences. No one is just born that way. It's something that shapes you. It's either that triggered you. I've been moving mad. Like the guy, he's been acting out of control, misbehaving, and now he has triggered something
So
in you.
those people exist. Are you trying to say
The
this?
extreme jealousy, I don't believe anyone is born that
The one you
jealous.
just said, they exist.
Yeah,
It's probably most of the situation.
right.
Let me ask you again. Do you think there are people that they just toxic with this?
Like you
the-
can't
it's
talk
just-
to their partner. They just go
Maybe
crazy.
they have the trauma from somewhere else before.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell
Well,
you. That these
You
things are
agree
based on
that there are men
experiences.
collecting woto for something they did not do. You agree with that?
Yeah, they possibly, but can it also be because they've done it in the past?
No. There are people that are men have not done anything. They're bringing that trauma from their past
Well, the
to
person,
this present situation.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, yeah.
But wait, what I don't agree with is somebody's just mad. There must be a mental problem if you're just mad like that. There has to be reason for that person, which I'm not
Could
excusing.
it be insecurity?
Yeah, but they don't feel safe. That's also why they're insecure.
Yeah, we agree to
They
say
don't
safe,
feel.
secure,
They don't feel.
safe,
They don't
secure.
feel safe in the relationship they're in. That's why they are insecure.
Do you know some people that even though the man is trying to make them feel safe, it's not happening. It's not working.
How is he moving? Look, I don't agree that. There's always a reason.
When this is
How is this guy moving?
what you're watching in real time. Okay.
It's a question because this Keke. Let's go straight to KEKE Palmer, right? So she went on a. Is it a girls trip? Is it something she went to hang out with her friends, or she just went by herself?
Now she went to a concert.
She went to a concert with her chicks out.
Yes.
What is making KEKE Palmer feel like it's okay to go out of her house with her chicks out? Is she looking for attention? Does she value the relationship she is in? Is she even in a relationship? Is she in a relationship but lonely?
She is, as far as the public
She's
is
single
concerned. The public
in a
is
relationship.
having opinions about this. We're part of the public. So as far as we know, she is in a
She
relationship.
is in a relationship.
Yeah.
So the guy.
And she knows better because she's.
How do you know she knows better?
Because she's a public.
Keke.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's a
there's
public
so
figure.
many mad-
and if she's ignorant, ignorance is not an
There's so
excuse.
many crazy celebrities. I'm sorry, I don't use celebrities as my role model. So for me to now say she knows better, I don't agree with that she knows better. How old is KEKE Palmer? She's in her 20s?
She's 30.
Is she 30?
Yeah, she's a grown woman.
Oh my God, she grew up fast. I still look at her as a baby. I'm not trying to justify that she should have her cheeks out.
Right. What were you trying to do?
But in my head, I am thinking, why is a woman of that age thinking it's okay to have her cheeks out?
Now we're
she's
talking.
Making a statement.
Why do you think?
I think she's making a statement.
Okay, and what's that statement?
To that guy. I think she does not value the relationship she's in. I think she's one leg out, one leg in. I just think that when women do things like this, there's a void.
No, some women are wicked.
Why would she be wicked? She has an old childhood.
Just because they're wicked. Just like a man can be wicked.
I don't believe that people can be deliberately wicked. But coming from Africa, I've been proven wrong over and over again.
Yeah, there are people.
There are wicked people in this.
They're not majority of the cases. I always say that.
But when it comes to romantic issues, I think sometimes people are. How do you say?
There's
screaming
no
out for
smoke
help.
without fire. There's something going on.
There's something going on, and this is how she's saying, I don't care. This is how I'm going. And she even went to the concert and
men have been known to do strange things with unfine women.
Oh Lord. Women that don't even look close to what they're,
That's funny.
Not even get started on
That's
that.
funny. So if an unfine woman come and do this to me, are you triggered? I was trying to trigger you again, but it didn't work. But good.
This example that you're giving is so unfair. You know why it's unfair? Because now I'm going to throw you under the bus.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Unless you're talking about touching my butt. I'm not ready. I got to prepare for it.
So you're ready
do this,
to talk about somebody do this to you.
No, I didn't say it happened. Did I say it happened? I didn't say something happened. I gave an example.
Don't start what you can't finish.
Or somebody grabbed my butt. If a woman grabbed my butt.
Don't start what. See, if somebody grab, like, for example.
If a woman grab my butt.
A woman
is that crossing the line?
Like, what am I going to do? I can't do anything about it.
But is that crossing the line?
Of course. Why would she grab your butt?
If you react to that, are you insecure or jealous? Which one?
I'm not going to react to that because I don't know that person.
No, if I get home and I collect woto from you, is that jealousy or
if you're enjoying it, that's where I have the issue.
What if I didn't enjoy it? Let's say I didn't enjoy it.
You were enjoying this attention.
Which attention?
You were lost in it, and I had to check you, boo. And
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your mustard.
No, that this is why I didn't want to go there. That becomes your words against mine. That we don't have the context for that today. What I'm saying is that a woman grabbed my butt now. Right?
If it's a strange woman, a woman I don't know.
No.
I don't care.
A woman you can't know. They just said we were at an event. She just said hello to you a few minutes ago.
No, I have a problem with that.
And I said,
I have
meet
a problem
Kiki.
with that. I have a problem with
Meet
that.
Kiki.
If a guy grabbed my titty right in front of you, a guy you don't have a problem with that?
Let me think.
That's a cop. Where's the
buttons? We need the okori.
Exactly.
Sound effect here.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's get back. Let's get back to it. But the truth, the topic is the topic. Okay. I do this banter because it shows you that these conversations, everybody wants to talk and communicate.
Right.
But it's easier said than done, right? And if we don't know how to get to a space where we say, okay, let's move forward or let go, at least one person being capable of letting go, right? If we're not able to do that, then it becomes your word against mine, which is what I just said just now, and then it becomes, and your experience is always different from mine at the end of the day, But so I want to talk about these 7 reasons. Let's tackle the.
Can we get started? Thank you.
Yeah, let's tackle the. So the first thing is self. Self accountability. We've talked about everything that could be the catalyst of why she did what she did. We've had 2 or 3 sessions of KEKE Palmer. Okay?
Because that's not the normal KEKE Palmer we know, right?
Right. So we've given her all the excuses there is to give.
Okay.
Today is accountability session for all the Kikis out there. Yes, things might be happening in your relationship that makes you want to be rebellious, vindictive. Somebody said, another language I've seen is that, she was trying to get her mommy. It's mommy something. So I don't know. She's a new mother.
Her mommy body.
Mommy mojo. She's celebrating her mommy. She has these new things coming out of her chest for the first time. And she's celebrating her, we've all of that excuse we've given it to her, right? And I think good. But now, if somebody is listening to us and they've seen those 2 sessions and they're like, yeah, I knew women are always free. Yeah, they never do anything wrong. This is the moment you want to check that person and say, no, there's something you should pay attention to here. All right, so let's deal with self first.
Why would I want to check a Kiki? Because my word to that guy is like, do you know who you married? Hey, look, if you see me walking out with my cheeks out there, please check me and drag me back inside. I'm going through stuff. Okay? But as a KEKE Palmer, it goes back to the guy. I'm like, dude, do you know who you married? Who is this guy? Is he a nobody? I don't know this guy. Who is this guy?
This is why you should join come on Prestige Family from time to time. So you can join us when we already talked about that.
Okay, but I haven't talked. I've not talked about it.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you tell me.
This guy that is married to a KEKE.
You're trying to tell us it's
What
insecure.
did he expect?
It's insecure.
No, I'm asking.
What did he expect? He expected the person that he had for the past 2-3 years they've been dating, that didn't take their ass cheeks to the internet, okay? He expected that person.
Yes.
But he's just collected wutu, not just from her, but from everybody.
Right.
Okay. I'm not even exonerating him because I said, hey, as a man, you need to, it's how you react to crisis.
Right.
And he reacted wrongly.
Right.
Okay.
Because one thing I know is when you say Beyonce in concert, she could wear anything she wants. But when you see her in pop, I mean, from the pictures I've seen,
Thank you.
when she's around her family,
Thank you.
she doesn't have her cheeks out, even though she can have it in concert.
Thank you.
So for me, it's okay. Over there, I can say, okay, KEKE is going through some stuff.
Okay.
She has lost some respect for herself. What is going on? What's the confusion? Is she really celebrating the mommy new board, or is she trying to get some attention that, guys, I'm still hot even after being a mommy? Because that's a real thing.
Yay. We got 2 reasons out of her. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We got 2 out of her. Hallelujah.
All you have to do is calm down. If you
Ladies,
calm down, I'll get there.
when they say women and accountability are like 1 and 100, this is what they mean.
So you want me to just destroy KEKE?
No.
I am not going to
I didn't ask you to do that.
I'm not going to do that, boo. I'm sorry. I am not here
This
for
is,
that.
but what you just saw in real time, okay? Here's the reality, gentlemen. You need infinite patience. If you can't
That's
bring
it.
that to the table, don't ask her what she bring to the table
That's
because you
it.
will collect woto.
That's it.
Okay, all right.
That is it. I agree with you.
1, social. Beyonce does not go to some random somebody's concert. You barely see her at anybody's concert dressing with her cheeks out. Stop comparing KEKE to Beyonce. Okay.
And if KEKE was in Yaba, they will pull their cheeks. Oh my God, Yaba boys,
Okay.
Igbo boys.
When Beyonce is making a fashion statement, no, then you ask the question. The second thing you say, self, right? What is going on with self if you have a need to be this vindictive, even if something was going on? We already acknowledged that there are things going on in that relationship, right? But even if something's going on, if that's how you need to make a statement, you're not getting paid for it, not in that moment, none of that, then we need to ask self, is there adequate self-esteem there? Just make sure. Maybe there is, but just make sure. It's something you have to pay
Or maybe she's
attention
having a
to.
Lizzo moment, you know.
That's just, please don't be a Lizzo. Don't do that to yourself.
What?
Okay. Be a Lizzo if you're not a married person. You are free.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
let me tell you something. No disrespect to Lizzo. Okay, I know they're not the
Okay.
same thing, but I see Adam 22. I see Lizzo. None of my business. Okay, I don't get obsessed over calling or holding Lizzo accountable. Okay, I think that's weird to be holding Lizzo accountable. But if you are quote unquote, you're a mom, but you're a mom. Right?
But this girl is not. Maybe KEKE doesn't even feel like she should be held accountable because this guy has not proposed to. She's not married to
Terrible
him.
excuse. You need to come out
If
and
you're
say we're
not
no longer
married-
together.
If you're not married to someone, I mean, in today's world, people actually think you're still in the active dating world.
Yeah, you need to
You're not engaged.
you need to come
you're
out
not
with your
married.
full chest and say he has not earned me, so we're not together.
Okay, I agree with you.
Yeah, We need to keep
Oh,
it
we're
a
not
buck.
serious.
Listen, we've done
We're not serious.
how it plays out emotionally, right? We've done that, right? In real life, in real time, you, even as a single mother, or not single mother, as an unmarried, but you're with a person, you will end up being single, even when that's not what you want.
I think that was a "who gonna check me, boo" moment for KEKE.
She was being vindictive.
I think she
It
was
looks
trying
like
to
that.
prove a point.
Yeah, if she was being vindictive.
I'm willing to be wrong.
Let's get to the third one. Okay, speaking of being vindictive, right? Let's get to the third one. Let's use vindictive. Is there power in being vindictive for women?
Nothing good comes out from being vindictive, so I wouldn't say there's power in that.
Yeah, there's no power in
If
that.
there's
Right?
power in that, then it's just short term. In
Yeah,
the
it's
long
short term.
run,
Short term.
It's like
Just like-
it's like self-destruction in the long run.
Yes, exactly. Just like the boyfriend. What's his name again? Darius, right?
I don't
Just-
know that guy.
Just like him.
Wait, what?
He reacted. Somebody said he has the right to react.
Okay.
You're right.
But who is he?
You're right. He
You're right.
Yo,
but
I don't know
there's consequences for reacting like that, and the need to be right, he's gotten that. He's right. Okay, short term, good. Are you happy? But long run, you're not happy because everything is falling apart at the home front, right? And you're collecting. Okay, in reality, never mind if even us men would try to support you and say pander to you and say no, these women. Shout out to APC Bishop Akene, right?
The guy with the weird hairline.
Don't talk about, no, I'm not talking about Akene. I'm talking about APC Bishop Akene. Those are two different people.
Excuse me.
I'm not.
That's even worse.
I'm talking about
The
APC
other
Bishop
guy?
Akene, not Akene.
I rest my case.
No, it's one person. APC Bishop Akene is one person. You're
Really?
confused. She's
Is it not the
she's
guy
here
with
us.
the guy with the
Yeah, special
airline?
guest. I'll bring you up to speed later.
Okay.
That's Akene. That's my guy. The Akene with the airline.
Tell him to shave his head. He's better off.
That's Akene. Akene did not come back here because I asked him to apologize to the ladies for calling them animals.
Oh.
But Akene, when I say my guy, I use that loosely. Okay. But that's
Please,
Akene.
'cause we don't
But
know
that's an
people like
actual
that.
person. APC Bishop Akene is a character on Prestige Family here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, but shout out to them, right? They dragged, you know, they relentless. They're always dragging Lizzo. Of course, they've been actively dragging KEKE Palmer because she's not a wife. That's why she's not a wife yet. Okay. They're out there, right? But the point here is that being vindictive, right? Being vindicated is more of a place of power for you, not being vindictive. Those are two different things.
Yeah, vindicated. That makes sense.
Vindicated is that you use the powers of the universe to win. Okay? You don't overwork yourself. Right? You don't overwork your capabilities and then you win. That's a better place of power for you in this topic. If you go out there and you show your ass cheeks,
If you see me show my ass cheeks, drag me back home.
the truth is that a lot of
happening.
a lot. You see, watch this, baby.
Something is happening.
Check this out. Akene APC Bishop is always watching. I told you, sir, a character here. Look at what he
wow.
said.
What did he say? Mumu man does that.
You are a mumu man.
He loves it, right? So he's always here. He enjoys it more when I block him, though, but I'm not gonna block him. Welcome, Akene APC Bishop. We're just talking about you. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? So that's not where your power lies. Okay. You will have moments where you're in a relationship and it's moving mad and you feel like you need to retaliate. Some people actually cheat back on their partner because the husband cheats. It goes back to self. It goes back to, is that really what you're doing?
Do you feel better
or
afterwards?
low self-esteem, you know? It's low self-worth, low self-esteem, because you would never use yourself to get back another person. Go hard up, right? So it falls in the same category. But let me see what KEKE say. I think the fashion sense of these days is different.
It is.
But let me ask you like this. Even the things people think is okay to wear to work surprises me. To an extent, yes. But majority of the women defending that outfit, right? Again, she's a rock star. Ultimately, I think she can get away with that. But let's just have this conversation as she's not exactly free to go yet, right? Do you think an average woman who is supportive of that will wear that to a concert? I'll wait. Would they? An average woman who is supporting KEKE over the past few days, would they wear that to a concert?
Well, when I go to concerts, I don't see that, to be honest.
Thank you. There's a lot of woke people at the concerts.
You see maybe
one or two here and there. Some people do. They go to the extreme.
Most people still are kind of very subtle.
They might say we haven't been out yet. People are dressing mad these days. I agree. Okay. What I'm saying though is that there's a ton of people that will not necessarily dress like this, and they're supporting it, and there's a disconnect there. Right. So she should not necessarily be listening to her side of the camp, rooting for her. If she was performing an R&B song and she dressed like that, it won't be this serious. First of all, she will not be dancing with a stranger.
No stranger is she dancing.
Usher.
Usher is not a stranger. What?
He was a stranger.
So
okay?
she can't dance with Usher?
No.
I mean, I understand.
So that, I'm talking about the point of view of that guy, of the point of view of the boyfriend.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
From his point of view, if it was a show, he will be prepared that people will dance with this girl. People dance with Beyonce during thing all the time, right? But he will be prepared that this is a show, right? But in that case, he wasn't prepared, and that's all. Again, we're doing a lot of guess here, but that's also in addition to the fact that we know she's a rock star. But I want to stay focused on KEKE.
He is not
Palmer.
capable of dating.
You just
KEKE
went back to
Palmer.
him.
I just can't help it. She can't dance with Usher. You need to say that.
Let me make this clear, lady.
Sir?
If you go to a concert, okay, you cannot turn your back and be doing like this to Wizkid. Ogugo kill you there, okay? And
Well, me, I'm not a celebrity.
which your
KEKE Palmer is a
favorite?
celebrity. It's different for them.
Adekunle Gold your favorite?
Yes. Adekunle Gold does not even take that nonsense from
Why
him.
do you think he doesn't?
Because his values his family. He
Thank
doesn't
you.
want to destroy what he has going on.
Thank you.
He's a smart man. I like that guy.
Thank you. Okay. All right. The other side of this, okay, we've probably covered more than enough reasons, but we'll see if we can cover all of it, right? The other side of it, if this was a man, right?
With his butt cheeks out? That would be weird.
Well, his butt checks out. Let's do.
Maybe if I get okay. That would be weird.
Let's
I'm
say,
like, okay.
let's say if this was a man and he has his butt cheeks out, right? And he went to a concert and he's like at Janet Jackson skinny, and then Jackson has her leg wrapped around like this, right? And you're like, right? And then he's a man, right? Everybody kind of know him, know who he is and stuff like that. But he's with Lizzo. And Lizzo's like, but you're a dad, though. How do you think this will play out?
They never say that to men. That's
They
the
do.
funniest thing ever.
But maybe you
No
mean
one
men
say-
don't go on stages like that.
No, they will never say, but you're a man though. How
Do men
R.
go on
Kelly-
stages like that to do that?
R. Kelly, since he's been performing and doing all his thing that he's been doing, he never claimed his wife publicly. He did everything he could do. He was moving single all the time. No one ever judged him and said he's a dad too. It doesn't apply to men. It only applies to women. Come
Yeah.
on, stop the car.
KEKE says yes, they would. That outfit was honestly a bit much. Chinye said that on day one here when we're talking about it.
I agree.
She could have worn the sew throughout with a short skirt and short. That would have been better. It would have been probably better taste. I'm not judging what she's wearing. I'm just, again, we're talking
I
about.
agree, but I think she's screaming out for help in ways of attention seeking. I really do. I think she's sending a direct message to the guy.
All right, we've said a lot right here. I'm just going to be forced to add emotional intelligence to this. Number 4 is emotional intelligence. This is how I define emotional intelligence. I'm sure you have dictionaries that may say something different. But let's talk about emotional intelligence, right? What it means is that being able to master your own emotions as an individual, and then being able to master other people's emotions that you're interacting with. That means another person. That means a second person now. And thirdly, being able to master the emotions of the society at large. So it's not just enough that, I mastered this person's emotion. You're also not living in the cave. You have other people around you always judging you. Being able to understand that you will be judged and you might collect woto for being judged. That's part of emotional intelligence. So we can say that in this, like, you can be right. And if you lack emotional intelligence, you can make a move that you have your right to move.
Right.
And then you will end up with bad consequences for that, So that's the other side of thing that, a KEKE Palmer should pay attention to here.
Maybe she's ready for those consequences.
What would be the consequence? Let's spell them out. What would be the consequences?
Maybe she wants the relationship to be broken.
Why can't she just head in?
Maybe
Why does she
she's
want to do it that
tired.
way? Why can't she just end
Maybe
it?
she's being vindictive, like you said before.
And there's no power in that for her personally.
There's no power. She doesn't win at the end of the day. But I just feel like, for me, KEKE Palmer releasing her chips. Everybody's probably looking at her like, whoa, Kiki's grown. Like, they are loving it. She's a celebrity at the end of the day.
Most men are not looking at you like that.
You're talking about the lames.
I said
Me.
most men.
I don't agree. Those men are the one looking at her like, oh my God, KEKE, I love this girl. Come on, let's be real. The ones complaining are the ones that are not capable of getting
At this
KEKE
point,
anyway.
I'm having a time gauging it, like how many men exactly are doing that. I'm having a hard time gauging because too many men are very loud about this kind of stuff. So I'm not sure if it's not most men yet.
I will still,
my assessment, I will still say it's minority, but
I think
I will
minority.
still say maybe lames. But in general, again, just because she's a rock star, okay, just because of that, and she's on a stage and it was light, camera, action, and it was just a moment. It's not that deep, But I'm saying for a KEKE Palmer, if there was such a thing as a blind spot for her, right? I think if you're going to, even being vindictive, there are places for that. We had an issue in front of here today where I was like, I'm not taking the higher road. I decide not to take the higher road. There are moments where I don't decide to take the higher road, right? But it's always I try to make sure it's within the controlled environment where things don't escalate out of control, right? Being vindictive and going on a world stage where you're being filmed and your family potentially, not potentially, in reality, the father of your child is involved. Your child is involved. Potentially, the future of your child. There's a lot of men that actually resent their mothers because they end up having an experience. They link it together with how their mother moved. And then they're now resenting their mother, right? This potentially. I don't think she needs to worry about that too much. Adam 22 say, hey. Right? So I'm just Chinya, you know what to do, okay? It's actually I'll do it for you. Let's do it. Yeah.
Wait, your best friend is still talking?
He's blocked.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you don't disrespect my people. Abofe Yahweh ni. Abi Yababa Father. Anyway. So you see what I'm saying, right? So it's a little bit more let's focus on her, right? If you're going to be vindictive, let's say there's a moment for that. You just be human. You say, you know what? I'm giving bass for both, right? You want to still make sure, again, power. Let's go back to power. Make sure you're doing that within the controlled environment. And the truth is that you can't control the future. Your child is part of your future, okay?
Wow.
So I'm pushing that the vindictive thing is supposed to be you do it because you're caught up in your emotions, not deciding that you should do that. Right? You're caught up in emotions and you want to be vindictive, you'll be vindictive, right? But now we have people saying, just do that. Show him pepper, show him shege. But you go back to your own quarrel, you will cry at night because you will end up with that guy alone when everybody has gone back to their own lives.
Will she cry for real?
Oh, that's a fact.
KEKE Palmer,
Unless she didn't care about putting her
telling
body
you
in that line
something.
and creating that baby in the
KEKE
first place.
Palmer is probably getting a lot of attention right now. She probably does not care about her boyfriend at the moment. He probably showcased himself in some nonsense way because she has a child. I can believe there's a lot more going on in that relationship, especially when you have a child. Things start happening and they're probably not emotionally connected at the moment. Right now, she's finding herself. That's what she's telling herself. She's finding herself and she's enjoying the attention. Our consequences
Is that a good thing?
might not come. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but our consequences might not come now until later on in life. She might not regret anything right now because she's enjoying everything she's getting right now.
Right.
Plus, again, should I announce to the world that she's KEKE Palmer? She's a celebrity. It goes back to the person who wants to be with KEKE Palmer.
What do you
Are
say?
you ready to be a Mr. KEKE Palmer or not? It is what it is. It's the power dynamics here. He has no power. She has all the power. He's replaceable. Like this.
No.
He's not?
He has power to destroy her completely
How?
because he has most of the money. Right?
He has most of the money.
And
How?
she cares more about her reputation, from what we can see. Maybe he does too. People are saying he's an actor or something like that.
He's an actor. I've never seen that guy before.
It's something.
I'm sorry.
It's something too, but it's not KEKE, right?
Right.
So she has a reputation to protect, and all these people will go back and cry.
Just because she exposed her cheeks, it doesn't make her a bad person.
No, I didn't say that. You go to the extreme. We're talking about lessons, right? Just to be aware of, just in case you could control or change the narrative before it happens, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. The extreme, we already said it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think a KEKE Palmer is capable of taking any of those lessons.
So she should watch out for pride.
Now, I think in the future she might be able to take those lessons, but right now, with the popularity, with all the fame she has, with all the power she has, with all these people surrounding her and saying yes, 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 I don't think she stand a chance to take any lessons.
So, are you saying pride? She should watch out for that because of the position she's in.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
All
should.
this stuff are not like
If she
I'm
wants a
still.
stable relationship.
All my opinions previously still goes towards. Listen, you find yourself within a certain situation as a man, you need to, understand your power in that respect. We already talked about that. But we're talking about KEKE Palmer today, so she needs to be aware of, social, which is there's certain dresses that go in certain arenas, and we know you're a rock star, but maybe you should pay attention to that. Maybe not. Maybe she did. Maybe you should though.
Maybe she wants to be seen as a sex symbol now. You never know. It could be a business move too.
So that goes back to self and social. They're all interwoven, right? When women want to be seen as sex symbols, they tend to lose themselves in that process, and forget everything. As long as do that, and there are consequences for those things.
Unfortunately for the guy, he might be a casualty. Okay, his relationship might be destroyed, right? But right now, she's not capable of listening to anything.
But can she receive bad consequences for that?
Yes.
That's what we're pointing out today.
Yes.
Right.
Of course she can.
That's what we're pointing out today.
She can lose all the things that matter
granted, that's a
most to
real
her.
thing. She might not be able to, especially if she doesn't have a leader
Yeah.
as a boyfriend, right? She might not be capable of doing that.
Especially
But I
if she
want
doesn't.
the ladies to know that there is still consequences for that, for you in particular, and even worse, your children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keeper says in her podcast recently, it sounds resentful that people only approach him because they are trying to get close to KEKE for business or clout. All of that will create the KEKE we saw, right? In that way we saw it. Like she's probably holding resentment in for a long term, and then now you move mad against her directly, and it's like I'll show you.
On Twitter, right?
No, I'm
called
talking
her
about
out.
even before. Yeah, on Twitter, yeah.
What
But
do you
I'm talking about even before the calling out. She probably was bottling things in
It's
and
probably
resenting it,
moving mad,
right?
yeah,
And then one day they had like a blown out argument, and they're like, I'm wearing what I want today. What we're pointing out today is that even though you said that, right? Even though you want to do what you want, okay, please don't ever mistake it for there are consequences for that beyond this guy himself.
Yeah.
Okay, even beyond him, like we've talked about him. I just want to
It's
make
bigger
sure
than him.
is bigger than him. But I thought we should talk about this together because to put some well balance in the conversation,
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It to me instantly as I saw this, the first session we did, I said, there's a lot going on in that relationship that's just bad, already.
She
And
probably doesn't
you make
respect
things
him
worse.
right now,
That was one of the things I said.
Yeah.
This is a girl who doesn't respect you right now, So the worst thing you can do is try to get the social media to help you get her to respect you. Could it work?
That's even worse.
Yeah, could it work? He knows that she doesn't want their issues to be aired in public.
Yep.
See, that's power that he has. It's temporary, but it's power, right? And he's trying to use that to manipulate, and then he went and became manipulative. So that's power for him against her. She needs to be aware of that. There are other ways that you can get rid of a person like that. You could say, I can't do this, and that doesn't have to be a permanent decision, so that they can get their shit together. Right? If they get their stuff together, they might find you if you're still available. If you're no longer available, that's it, you move on, right? As opposed to let me drag my own self-esteem, my own brand in the mud just because I want to look like that. I don't think that brand is dragged that much. It's not that deep. But if she continues in that path,
think that way. She might think like, people do it, people wear this.
I think she knew that guy did not like that dress.
Oh, I'm sure she knows that part.
So that means she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Are they still doing the podcast together?
Oh, they have a podcast together?
They are pre-recorded. They are releasing the pre-recorded ones.
Oh, I should listen to it.
And I said something. Maybe they're trying to promote the podcast for the whole blowout, but I doubt it. I think it was real. I think Usher dancing, coming to her and dancing with her was real. And I think a lot of men would be triggered by that. Somebody said she wasn't bumping and grinding. Yeah, listen, the picture in his head is bumping and grinding. Never mind the rest, okay?
Well, Usher dancing with KEKE. If she didn't have her cheeks out, would he still be okay with it?
Who knows?
I don't see the big deal there. Is what I'm saying. They're celebrities. They know each other in that world.
Maybe this was the picture in his head. This is why he got triggered and went. This is why he went to the Twitter. It wasn't the reality, but he was triggered. What do you want from him? Jesus Christ.
There's more to come. You better brace up.
Jesus. So there's consequences for I do what I want, just so you know. There might be consequences. You should have the freedom to do what you want, but please be aware that there's always more, The picture in his head was KEKE plug. See? Exactly. The biggest consequence is they are tied together for life.
Because of the baby. Yeah.
Life.
Yep.
For the life of the baby, at least.
Choose to have a baby with somebody,
which hopefully is beyond
you should
them.
That's a serious people should be aware of who they have babies with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's make that the 7th lesson, what you just said. Can you repeat that?
You have to be aware of who you're having babies with. You'll be tied forever. It's real.
The choices you make, if you get with, I guess I was trying to avoid the word vet because I resent the word vet. It's overused. It's annoying. Okay, you can't vet everything. You have to also prepare yourself to be able to respond to crises.
Right.
Vetting can't help you with that. The only thing you can do during vetting for that is master conflict resolution. That's all you can do because there will be conflict inevitably. All right. So we have 7 lessons right there. Social. Right? There's some things belong in certain social gathering and some, just pay attention to that. And he will respond to the same. Somebody said, but he was shaking his bum, which he was. He was being an hypocrite, but that setting is different.
Shaking his bum?
He put a video out.
Oh, she put a video out. He put a video out
of her shaking them chicks. She was twerking, and Ditton was doing like this.
But it's just not okay with her taking the chicks out there and hugging on the Usher.
I just noticed my hands were up.
Yeah,
but, right, and she was doing that. But he was the one filming. That's different. Social from she was shaking them chicks to Usher, and it wasn't present. That's different.
But it's very funny to me. If you will video your girl shaking her bum and posting it on Instagram, you're already promoting her in that light. You don't think?
No, it's social. It's different.
Would you post a picture of me shaking my bum?
I think.
I mean, guys are desiring it. They are looking like, oh wow. that's Kiki, yo. Like,
Yeah, but I'm present. You're protected. I don't want you to do that when I'm not there. Yeah. You can sit on my face when nobody's watching.
and you put it to the world.
No.
Why you invite the world into your life? Excuse me.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. He can post the picture of her shaking the bomb to the world. He's okay with that.
Because
For the
nobody
crowd.
is still different.
For
Let's
the
be
crowd.
honest. Let's be completely honest here.
But-
It's different. When I'm not present, it's different on how it plays out in my head. One plays out as Kiki the plug. The one plays out as Kiki the mother of my kids.
Okay, can I tell you something?
Uh-huh.
Every time you give somebody a yard, you have to have it in mind that they might take a mile.
I agree.
He started it.
But
and she
you're
finished
also
it.
admitting that she did finish it. And
She
needs to-
finished it.
And then you also admit that there's consequences for her for
I
finishing stuff,
agree
such
with
stuff.
that. No fee.
Okay.
I know. Look,
All right.
this guy, he doesn't know what he wants at the end of the day. I'm sorry.
I'm on the fence.
He's still
But
on the
I like to
fence.
spell everything. I'm just bringing awareness to all these
Still on
different
the fence.
things. All these different things that will play out. You may end up with a man that sees a Kiki the plug because you went out to a club. You will end up collecting woto too. Everybody might support you in public, but you have to go back to him for the rest of your life, like Key Purse just said. And Kiki should be aware of that. So when you're picking a man, that's number 7. You need to be aware that whatever it is that's attracting you right now, that bad boy thing that you're attracted to right now, you might end up resenting later because you'll be on the receiving end of it. If it's insecure right now, it seems like you love it, he's just jealous. You might end up reinterpreting the same thing as insecurity eventually.
Yeah.
You know.
It's just
Yeah,
like
makes
me
sense.
right now. You know, any woman who could come here and have a baby for Nick Cannon and feel and say that she's special. Are you nuts? He's having babies all over the place.
Right,
It's
right.
like, you know, I just feel like.
Chidima said,
people
is
should-
this social or is it control? It's
There you go.
on his part. Remember, we've talked about this over the past few days. He was
He lost
controlling. He was
control.
controlling behavior, and it didn't work out for him.
He lost
but
control.
for today, for Kiki, Kiki needs to be aware of who they are with, and then learn how to navigate that. Learn how to navigate that so that because you're already with this person. If you plan to be with them, you need to be aware that your sister might say he has controlling behavior. You might have other values that you get from this person that your sister is not previewed to, and you need to be aware of that. And don't join your sister and say it's controlling behavior, because now you go collect, your sister go move forward. That's the awareness I'm bringing here. That's all. No right and wrong, nothing, none of that, right? Just understand that you can move a certain way, create certain types of consequences, and you should be okay with that. You know, choices have consequences. Important lesson, yes.
Yeah, so whatever you do,
Yep.
you could collect. Good or bad.
Yeah. It is a double standard on his part. Before I finish reading that,
You gonna-
let me finish reading it. He's a two-faced because his moral compass keeps shifting. I agree now. I said people
You
have been
go-
doing
you
this
go and
since.
post twerking. Okay, you post your girl twerking on the internet, but now she's twerking outside of you. You're upset. I don't
agree.
understand.
I agree.
I really don't.
However, it won't stop
I really don't.
Kiki the plug, and he said, from crying at night. Not because if she ends up being a single mother, even if she has money to pay for babysitting and all this stuff, it's a difficult thing to do. And there's nobody that's perfect in the world. Maybe there's some other value you're getting from this guy, and it's not a perfect guy, and he just run out of control and lost control of his emotions for a day, and they decided to try to see if he can use 20 million monitoring spirits to control you. It didn't work. It didn't work. We already acknowledged that, right?
Terrible idea.
A Kiki needs to be aware of your power. Pointing fingers always point 4 back at you.
So we don't hold Kiki accountable. Are you all happy?
But I'm more comfortable doing it with you here, you know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
because I thought it would demonstrate what we're talking about, because attempting to hold your woman accountable takes lots of wisdom. If you're doing that, I'm right, she's wrong thing, you will end up in a divorce
But your
court,
mom though.
and you deserve it.
Now you know she's a mom.
That's not nice, but it's the reality. You might end up in a divorce court if you're competing with your woman, and women too. If you're competing with a man, it doesn't result in a good place. Yep, we did what today? We did 3 hours, 1 hour over time. We'll give you extra 1 hour.
God.
Right? And our small madam, she's attempted twice to come and dismantle this whole thing.
Yes, now.
Did you hear her?
I was holding my mama hostage. Where's my mama?
She's out, but the boys are doing well. They're doing well. I could tell. You know.
Good. Yeah.
Right. Because I taught them too. You know what I taught them? Sometimes they try to.
Don't go. Yeah, I was
and then the noise is much like I said. Don't
Leave
you
her
have to
alone.
let her go.
Yeah, let her
right.
go.
And then sometimes she'll run back and say, "Hey, baby, okay, see you later," and then she'll go back. All right. Women.
You
Sorry.
can't control women.
Okay, cats.
Just let them be.
Dogs.
Exactly.
Right. Let her go.
Let her go.
She'll
She'll
find
come
her way
back.
back.
Facts.
Relax. You two deserve soft life, gentlemen. Okay? You two deserve soft life. Okay? And if she never came back, maybe she didn't belong there. Maybe you're not that competent. Maybe when life happens. I'm sorry. You
Maybe
know.
she doesn't deserve you. How about that?
How about that?
You're the prize. Like,
Maybe you were the prize all along, but because you were busy trying to pull her to stay,
I give you.
now you're not the prize. You know? So it's very, very important. Any other additional thing you want to add onto this? We covered all the bases.
All
We
right.
covered everything. That's
This
good
was
7
fun.
lessons right there. That was good. That's good 7 lessons just off of the conversation. But they need to listen to it to understand the context. But it's basically the same pillars for the most part that we talk about here today, from time to time. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Let me see. The small madam is a cutie pie.
Thank you.
Yeah, she
She
is.
sure is. She'll come and give you a hug.
She makes it fun here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way his voice is irritating. Ew, he sounds nasal, and he's definitely not for the radio.
Oh my God.
They're talking about Darius. Hi.
Oh Lord. I gotta go check his podcast out.
We
I
should
wanna
check it
see
out. Maybe
what
watch
they
it
are
tonight
like.
before we sleep.
What they are like together. I wanna
Yeah.
see.
We could watch it tonight. I'm sure it's
I
online
just don't
somewhere.
know the guy. I'm like, who's this guy, man?
Yeah. Chidima said, good show. Ola and Lola. Lola, please visit us more often.
Thank you,
and
my
Lola should pay
sister.
you per hour you feature.
Yes, nah. I'll show up.
Here's what she didn't know. I'm already paying you per hour of my life. Literally.
Can you imagine?
I am now. I am, you know. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to have Markins here. Markins Ordina. It's
Let
gonna
him
be
come and
here.
shake the table.
Markins is my in-law. Marcus and I will probably end up arguing for 2 hours. Okay. Ultimately, we end up at some kind of agreement. But it's basically, I can describe it as two minds. Somebody's trying to force their way back here.
Yep.
I can. Let me see here. I'm trying to look for it. Where is it? I think it's probably inside this one. Okay. Aha. So tomorrow we're gonna some young lady is trying to. She's trying to teach you ladies how to hone him.
You
You remember this comment?
Ladies,
do you know what the morning wood is? You know what the morning wood is? If you don't know, these are the easiest. Okay? You see, in that thumbnail,
no, I'm reading.
I thought you were making faces on the side.
I'm always making faces.
All right? You can see that we have a special guest there. Okay, so I already told you his name. His name is Markins Ordina. He's my in-law, husband to my cousin. So we're going to come back here. He said, keep it PG. I said morning wood. Will be firewood? It will be firewood. Okay, let's keep it PG. Okay.
Keep it
But
PG.
if you don't know what that is, so tomorrow might be a little bit raunchy. Okay.
Wow.
So prepare for that. This young lady right here, her name is Mela something Monaco. Melly Monaco. Right? So she's from France and she be teaching men game. Okay, and she decided she'd be teaching. No, she's teaching men game, or she's teaching women game.
How
right?
to own him.
How to own him. She's also teaching women game, and she's single, probably younger than Uncle Pearl. Interesting, right? Uncle Pearl. You don't know Uncle Pearl?
I don't know.
Just Pearl things.
Please. Oh.
The white girl,
They
26
call her
years
uncle
old.
now?
We call her uncle here since you want to educate men. but she's moving that way. So she's teaching out to, and Mark had a very strong opinion about this, and we decided that we're going to talk about that tomorrow, but also maybe talk about some other things. Okay, we'll be here for 2 hours tomorrow, 5 p.m. Tomorrow's Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So we're going to be talking about that. Keeper says they always have a city in their names.
These gurus there.
Milan, Paris, Monaco, I beg you. She's a guru now, all right. So we're going to review one of our TikTok videos tomorrow, and then we'll expand more on that conversation. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been real.
Another episode of Behind Love and Attraction. This woman, she makes my world revolve, and but this is what gets me going. Okay, this is my world right here. Maybe one of these days I'll bring the boys to come on, say something.
My boys.
Okay, that would be interesting, right?
I love their
Extremely
views.
wise young man.
I love their views.
You know, sometimes I'll be like, wait, how did you know that? And but it's fun. Maybe one of these days. But yeah, I gotta bring my father here for. Somebody said Daddy Prestige earlier. That was Chidima. She was talking about Daddy on the phone.
Daddy.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna be bringing Daddy. Maybe this week I can make that happen. So. All right, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Prestige family. Thank you so
guys.
much. Thank you. The support as always. As always, I know I will remind you at the end. If you got any value out of this today, no amount is too small. If you're watching a replay later, hit the $sign. Okay, I like to do it the old-fashioned way. Deliver the value for us. If you see value, please make sure you donate something and put something there. Okay. But thank you so much. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you. We will see you on the next one.